quick, I'm going to go through SPY, Google, and Salix Pharmaceuticals. Those are the ones that I'm watching for a further play. On SPY, I'll draw a retracement from the previous high to low to give me a target on the 161.8 as well as the 1.5. From here, I can also draw a Fibonacci retracement from the lows to the all-time highs and change the color so they're more visible. You could also, if you prefer, draw a fib here, and as you can see, it acted as support today at the 50, and it made it all the way back up to the 23.6, so I'm going to delete it just because it serves no purpose of reference, since we already know that this is going to be a support and resistance area. And instead we can draw one from the all-time high to the low formed today. To give us targets and resistances. We could also put a fib fan on this from high to low to give us more points of reference as resistances. You can see that the price breaks the 61.8 fib sometime in the noon hours tomorrow. I would assume that this would be the best time to break it, as if it breaks it at another time, you'll be fighting 2 resistance points, whereas this one has already come together and is acting as 1 resistance point at that time. If we do break up, we'll be able to test up into the 207 area. We should look for support to come in at the 50 here, and even if we want to assume this to be the high, we could even do something even smaller such as that. But for now, I'm going to watch the 206.20 area and this 206.73 for more of a direction. Right now it could go into a holding pattern for all we know, or it could gap up or down. So we'll have to watch that tomorrow morning. The next one I want to reference is Google. I've already got quite a bit drawn on Google. I'll show it to you real quick. It's really just from the previous all-time high to the low to find the 161.8 that you can see we are balancing on right now. And then I have one also drawn from the low set to the all-time high, and that puts the 23.6 somewhere here in the 500 range, as well as a Fibonacci fan as well set in this area as well. So that's providing quite a bit of support to Google right here in this price area. Getting in a little closer, we can draw a couple trends which are present on Google right now. We could also draw a Fibonacci retracement from the high to low of the pattern. Or we could simply draw one from the most recent range. If we get in a little closer, we can see what we're looking at, and we can also draw another downtrend present from there into this range. So what we'll be looking for on Google is a break over this 539 price, as well as the immediate downtrend, and support to still continue here at this longer term uptrend from the flag pattern, with price points being in the 550 range and then the 562 area, and no play being garnered to the downside if it were to break. The last one I want to go over is Salix Pharmaceutical. Salix was hit with a little bit of bad earnings and news all at the same time, and it's created this sort of downward motion. You can see right now that it's basing the short-term 23.6 after breaking it, and if a fib is drawn from the all-time low to the immediate high, you can see that on that time cycle it is holding the 50 fib. So going in even closer, we can present a fib fan running high to low, and you can see that there's quite a bit of range in this immediate area where it can run. If we want more targets, we could simply do something from the gap high to the low. Yielding you a price range at 113.89 for target 1 and into the 119 to 121 range for your final target, because it's coming in to such a cluster of points.